Resident Evil 4, as many know, is one of the most highly regarded games of all time for how revolutionary it was for not only the third-person action genre, but also action horror games as well. It's basically Capcom's favorite child, and you could play it on anything, literally anything, on your phone or any console since the GameCube generation, hell, probably even at your local McDonald's ordering kiosk. It's one of those games that everyone and their mother has played. Except for me. Kind of. I have not played anything past the Waterhall in the original RE4, so I kind of went into this remake with a unique perspective, having not beaten the 2005 classic. And I have to say, this game's kind of raw. Oh, yes! Bro. The Resident Evil series has some of my favorite trophy lists of all time, since they require the player to play through the game in multiple unique ways, and reward them with some pretty awesome in-game items, and Resident Evil 4 Remake is no exception. For the Platinum Trophy, I will be doing 6 total playthroughs, with the first being my longest, as it's purely meant for me to enjoy the game at my own pace. Following that, I will do a cleanup playthrough to pick up anything I may have missed in the prior playthrough. Then I will do a professional playthrough with the Infinite Rocket Launcher, followed by a knife and pistol only plus no merchant playthrough, then the infamous S Plus professional playthrough, and lastly the no healing playthrough. 6 playthroughs seems like a lot, and well, it is. And I have no counterpoint to this, so let's get right into Leon and Ashley's parasitic getaway.
A deal well struck. Come.
Starting our first playthrough, I wanted to get as immersed as I could be by wearing my closest adjacent to Leon's iconic jacket. On a day that is 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Great start. Getting back on topic, Leon is sent to a remote village in Spain to search for the president's missing daughter, Ashley. As Leon and the 2 local cops arrive just outside the village, one cop decides he needs to take a wee before noticing some peeping toms and retreats to some secluded place deeper in the forest. Meanwhile, our certified badass Leon Scott Kennedy goes to check out what's taking so long, and thus begins our odd journey into rural Spain. On the way to the village, I acquired my first trophy for successfully parrying an enemy's attack. Once I finally make it into the village, I fight for my life as the inhabitants begin to coordinate a plot to unalive me. Thankfully, I'm an expert on this encounter due to my experience with the demo from a week prior to this recording, and made it out of there in one piece. After making it through the village, I earn another trophy, and then I go free the best character in the game, Luis, and let chat experience firsthand the true power of a bald person.
Who are you? Yeah, stop right there.
Yo, bald guy don't give a what you're saying, Leon. Once we wake up, we meet the merchant for the first time, earn another trophy, and then make it to Mendez's house and teach the ganados about proper bathroom etiquette. Who puts a shitter right below a... Yo! There's a giant hole right here. Why is there a fucking puddle right here? How do you miss that? Christ. I then head upstairs to once again be manhandled by Mendez. Ada! Yeah, he's bald. It's gonna take more than that to take down a bald guy. Very well timed, thank you, Becca. Once I leave the house, which is a sentence I've never said in my life, I free a good boy, go back to earn another trophy, and then head on over to Ashley's last known location. However, I can't enter the church until I find a key that's down by the lake, but on my way there I meet what's quite possibly my worst enemy in this entire game, the shooting range. While here, I was shooting for a trophy that requires you to get to an S rank in each trial, which is hard for someone who has terrible aim like myself. A simple way to sum up the shooting range for those who haven't played this game is that pirates are bad, so therefore shoot, and sailors are good, so therefore don't shoot. That's literally it. But even with that knowledge, I somehow had it out for the sailors. Oh. Okay. And when I'm not shooting sailors, I'm choking on really easy shots. Oh. Okay, I get it. I get it. You gotta shoot the TNT. What? Once I managed to get my together, I finally S-ranked the last available trial for this room. I then leave to go down to the lake and do an experiment for science. I will shoot the water of my own fruition. You guys didn't tell me to do this. I did. I did. You didn't say this. I did. You guys didn't fool me into it. I'm gonna be doing it.
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here.
Then after that, I take down the oversized tadpole to earn another trophy, collect the 2 pieces needed to acquire the church key thingy, and finally meet up with Ashley. I then intentionally put Ashley in danger to get another trophy, #doesn't-matter-trophy, and then meet up with Luis in this little old shack for a little old date, plus the rest of the village. They're like our +1 or +36 or something. Don't care, doesn't matter. Once we make it out of that mess, I then must put down the bald legend, Vitores Mendez. This fight was pretty cool with the transitions and all, and oh, he's dead, okay. I didn't even get to finish what I wanted to say. After exiting the barn, Ashley and Leon head into the castle and are treated like cannon fodder, and turn the tables on one poor individual to earn another trophy. As we venture deep into the castle, I'm met with yet another shooting range with a different set of weapons, and this time I refuse to accept fault for bad performance on these trials. What? Son of a bitch. Bro, it feels like it's out of my control. Every time. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? No. Okay. I just want to restart that one. Fuck. Okay, some of those were my fault, but most of the time, the first TMP trial felt pretty random at times on how accurate it could be, leading to a lot of resets. Thankfully, though, that was the hardest trial. For now. A little bit later, I earned another trophy for defeating 3 enemies at the same time with 1 flash grenade. And not too long after that, I find a crown, and I fit in the most valuable gems I have and sold it to the merchant to earn yet another trophy. Next thing I need to do is to take down the xenomorph and the stewards, and the most effective strategy is to use the liquid nitrogen showers sprinkled throughout the area, and when I abused those, the trophy was as good as mine. After that encounter, we take the elevator down and meet up with Luis, and eventually enter a minecart for one of the coolest sequences in the game. But the fun doesn't stop there. For a trophy, you have to go through the minecart section without taking damage. If I wasn't already exposed for my terrible aim, boy are you in for a surprise. Oh. No. You gotta be kidding me.
Cover me, I'm reloading!
Son of a bitch. It may have only been a few screw-ups, but man, were they embarrassing. Thankfully, I earned the trophy not long after. By the time I got to the next merchant location, I had enough pesetas to buy the final upgrade for the knife, earning me yet another trophy. A little bit later in the run, after ascending to the top of the clock tower, I must face the little Ligma-infested grandma, Ramon Salazar. From what I understand, this fight is very different in comparison to the original, in that Salazar is extremely mobile now, and has a variety of different attacks to look out for. Oh, also the composer went unbelievably hard on this boss for no reason. To this day, I don't really know how to fight him beyond the cheesy but lore-friendly way, but I'll save that for later. Regardless, I plucked this little shit from existence and pursued Krauser to the final section of the game, the island. Here, you'll find the deadliest enemies in the entire game, such as Riot Shield dudes, RPG guys, or even Ham from Toy Story. But the one I wasn't prepared for were the Regenerators. Oh no. They run! Oh my god, they run! Bro, what the f? Once the game gave me a means to actually defend myself from these guys, I would then not be intimidated by anything this game would have to throw at me. Until I walked into the next merchant room. All the more blue medallions, got it. No, 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 please no. Yep, one more shooting range, and by far the hardest and most gimmickiest, if that's even a word. The first trial involves the Punisher, which is a pistol that penetrates multiple targets at once. Don't laugh. So the goal for this trial is to line up targets as best as you can while using as little amount of ammo as possible, because the more multi-kills you get with one bullet, the better your score is. While in the midst of trying to get an S rank on this trial, I managed to get a trophy for hitting 5 targets with a single bullet, so that's something. And on the very next attempt, I actually got the S rank for that trial. The next trial involved the crossbow, which had a bit of a learning curve, but I honestly didn't struggle much on it. The final trial, however, is super intimidating with how fast targets move and the fact that you have to juggle 4 different weapons and know when to use them. But strangely enough, I got the S rank on this trial on my second attempt and earned the trophy for S ranking all trials. I guess I've leveled up to being a true gamer girl now, eh? After that, I take on a family of regenerators and accidentally shoot 2 parasites with 1 bullet, earning me another trophy for my troubles. Later on, I encountered what is quite possibly, in my opinion, the greatest Resident Evil boss fight ever created, Krauser. This fight truly tests your knowledge of the mechanics in the game by having you parry Krauser's knife attacks, look out for traps around every corner, and to really pay attention to your positioning in the arena. I didn't really struggle with Krauser that much, but man did I not want the fight to end. Good shit, Capcom. And upon his defeat, I earned yet another trophy. Now the next section is one huge gauntlet of many enemies being thrown at you while Mike, the helicopter pilot, kinda dicks around for most of it. It may not show in this playthrough, but this last stretch of enemies is among the most annoying parts of the game on later difficulties. More on that in a bit. But once Mike gets murked, I complete the last merchant request and earn a trophy for my efforts and head into the final boss fight, Sadler. Sadler is a decent fight. I mean, he's okay, I guess. I didn't want to buy the RPG this run because I wanted to at least fight every boss in a fair way before I start cheesing everything. But really all you gotta do is shoot all the eyes and then have Mommy Ada give you the special RPG to take him down, and boom, trophy. The last trophy I'm attempting for this run is to beat the final water ski section without taking damage, which sounds hard, but maybe I shouldn't just accelerate the whole time. What? Okay, okay, alright, okay, I'm done. Right. Anyways, after a few tries, I earned the final trophies of the first playthrough. On my second playthrough, I played on easy and earned several trophies for anything that I missed on my first playthrough. During this playthrough, I also developed what I like to call compulsive Spanish speaking, CSS for short, where I randomly say a line that Los Iluminados, or Leon, says from RE4. Most of the time involuntarily.
Vino aquí?
Vino aquí. It's not how you spell aquí. Vino aquí. Mom says hi. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? It's her birthday tomorrow? Oh, happy early birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. She said slay pussy queen. Why did I say that out loud? Vino aquí? Yeah, this game did irreparable damage to me. This next playthrough is being played on professional difficulty. However, I will be using the infinite rocket launcher, which is way easier than the last playthrough, since the rocket launcher one-shots literally everything. Oy.
Ashley!
I clipped her.
You're in the way!
Ashley, you why'd you walk that way? No. Yeah, it turns out it's not as free as I thought it would be. But I did end up mastering the art of stealth by the end of the game. Stealth. Stealth. With this playthrough, I not only earned 2 trophies, but I also earned armor for Ashley, which makes her invulnerable to any attack in the game, the gas mask, which gives you auto-aim no matter what difficulty you're on, and the Chicago Sweeper, which is the best automatic weapon in the game. Before I started the next playthrough, I went ahead and completed all Mercenaries maps with an S rank so that I could unlock the hand cannon, which saves me from doing yet another playthrough on Professional. For this next playthrough, I beat the game without talking to the merchant, as well as only using the knife and pistol, which was very easy, especially with the Blacktail, which makes you feel like you're playing a John Wick game. Now this next playthrough kind of kicked my ass at times, as it is the Professional S Plus playthrough, which requires you to beat the game on a new save in under 5.5 hours, using 15 saves or less, all while playing on the hardest difficulty.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Starting the game out wasn't too bad, as you can kind of run past most of the enemies in the village. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm skilled. I'm the best. I'm the best around. Literally untouchable. Alright, I feel ready. I feel fucking ready. But by the time I got to the cabin with Luis, that's when I was quickly reminded that this is professional mode. I parried though. I know I did it correctly as well. What? This is definitively the hardest part of the entire Professional S Plus run. In order to beat this fight, you must kill up to 22 ganados in order for the Hammer Bro to spawn in, and then finally you must kill said Hammer Bro. Sounds simple, until you get touched to death like this is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, and also, the Hammer Bro one-shots you, just in case all of that wasn't enough. It's pretty evident that I was getting very frustrated here, but once I played aggressive towards the Hammer Bro, I was finally able to close this encounter out, and you bet your ass I made a save immediately after, don't even ask. At certain points of that encounter, I'll be honest, it felt like the game wasn't really playing fair, so once I beat it, I saw that as an opportunity to fight fire with fire. First, I used the easy Mendez skip you can do right next to the merchant, where you crouch, hold back, talk to the merchant twice while still holding back, and then you're the President of the United States. Upon arriving at the castle, I upgraded the hand cannon to have infinite ammo and kinda just blasted through the rest of the game. And to save even more time, I did the door skip in chapter 14. And on top of that, instead of fighting everyone on the run to Sadler, I stockpiled on, holy shit, I stockpiled on flashbangs to abuse.
Present for you.
Oh.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
If you don't shut the fuck. Once I did the last part the correct way, I would then use an RPG on the last boss of the run, and I have zero shame about it. Fight me. And just like that, the hardest part of the platinum is over with. I then proceeded to do one more playthrough without healing, and finally earned the platinum trophy. I gotta say, this game really impressed me with how much quality is packed into it. So much so that this is now my favorite Resident Evil game. And I didn't think that'd be possible because I thought nothing would top Village for me. FYI, I haven't played a lot of RE games. I'm feeling like the platinum difficulty of this game is a 5 out of 10, as the hardest the game ever gets is the cabin fight whenever you're doing either a hardcore S+ or a professional S+ run, depending on what you do, as professional S+ isn't required, it just saves you from doing an extra playthrough. Everything else about the platinum is just pure fun, as is typical of a Resident Evil trophy list. If you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing. It helps me out and lets me know that you guys want to keep seeing me do these kinds of videos. And while you're at it, let me know down in the comments what trophies or challenges you'd like to see me cover on the channel next. And if you want to watch me do these kinds of challenges live, follow me over at Twitch. You can shitpost with me and the rest of the community as you watch me lose my mind live on the interwebs. If you've made it to the end of the video, I think you're pretty based, and hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, thanks for watching.